We're live.
Hey, everybody. Good
Morning.
morning. Hi,
Good
Jordan.
morning.
Hi, Angela. Hi, Kenny.
Hello.
Hi,
It
Tom.
reminds me of when I was a kid. Now, this is going way back, and there was a TV show called Romper Room, and the gal would hold up this magic mirror, and it was really just a mirror without a frame without a mirror in it. And she'd say, "I see Jordan, and I see Kenny, and I see Angela." Anyway, boy, I'm really digressing.
It reminds me of
Hey,
the
tell me
Brady
how you
Bunch.
doing? What?
I was just going to say, it always reminds me of the Brady Bunch, but we're a little bit smaller.
No, that's right, the Brady Bunch, and those olden days. I love that house. I used to when I lived in Illinois, in Joliet. We had a lot of those tri-level or quad-level houses where they go up and down like the Brady Bunch house. It was always fun to see those. So, anyway, all right. So this quarantine is definitely working us over. The stay-at-home order. We've been bouncing around a little bit, but I'm ready to get back to work, guys. How about you, Jordan?
Yeah, well, we have been. We've been doing virtual houses. We're doing within our power. We're doing what we can. So I mean, we're still,
Yeah, you're right. Thank you for
but
hearing
yeah,
me out.
not as much as we were accustomed to doing. So hopefully soon.
And you mentioned the virtual open houses. Let's talk a little bit about that. I know if people are watching us and tuning in, they're probably seeing some of that stuff. So why don't you share with what we're doing, Jordan, on the open house front?
Yeah, so every Tuesday, Thursday, we've also been mixing up. We did one last Saturday. We did basically doing an open house featuring two properties. I take one, Tom takes one, is what we've been doing so far, and it's kind of cool. We get to preview and show you different properties, and different price points, different, vacation rental versus non-vacation rental, and just kind of give you just an overview of some properties here, and it's really cool. I mean, it's been fun to be able to do that and show, different sides of the market here, and it's been fun also being with Tom. We can joke around and jab at each other a little bit, and Angela's been jumping on and providing some good commentary too. So it's been a really good time, and we're doing what we can.
Yep. The other thing we've been doing it too is if we can't be there live, because sometimes it's either time frame or whatever, we're also able to use our 3D tours, which is pretty cool to do walkthroughs and talk about the property. So if you're out and about, if you're on surfing online, you see our live pop up. It's usually Tuesdays and Thursdays at around 11 o'clock Hawaii time. We'd love you to jump in, chime in, give us some input, throw some comments in, good, bad, or otherwise, so that we know that somebody's watching. So cool. What else is happening here in Maui? Kenny, you're in Connecticut. What's happening in Connecticut?
Not much. The weather's a lot warmer than it was when I got here, that's for sure, but everything's still closed. I think certain things are starting to slightly reopen, but nothing major.
Well, thanks for.
But I know it's a coming sooner or later.
Thanks for that segue, because that's one of the things we wanted to talk about too. Is Maui is starting to open up. Hawaii's starting to open up. I know hey, Greg, Josh Green, our lieutenant governor, just said, I think, was it 2 days ago? Okay, Hawaii, it's time to start getting our kama'aina back out and about. So I loved hearing him say that, because for everybody's best interest, I think it's so important to even mental health. People getting out and about is so great. Jordan, you were saying you were out and you noticed the beaches, the parking lots were now open again.
Yeah, so driving over to the virtual open house yesterday, Cam 3, their parking, Kamole 3 Beach Park, their parking lot was open. So I guess, and Cam 2 as well. So they're opening up the parking lots and stuff. I think we were talking about this earlier. You still can't sit and camp out, but you can exercise and whatnot. But the fact that they're opening it up to parking and people can actually access the beach, in theory, it's not closed. And then I also went to Paia the other day and walked down there. And it was the day that they opened up stores and stuff, and High Tech was open, some surf shops and some other places. So things are slowly, and there's a lot more people walking about and stuff like that. So things are starting to move a little bit, which is encouraging, I think, overall.
That is good. And same thing with me. I was at the Shops of Wailea yesterday. I had to pop into our office and I did a walk around the shops, and I did a video. So some people had saw that. but we've got a handful of shops are open in the shops of Wailea. Rip Curl, J. McGrath, Soho, Louis Vuitton. It always scares me when I walk into there because they know who I am. And it's like, this is not good. Anyway, Maui Hat Company, which is the cutest little hat store. If you've never been there, they've got a great selection of hats. I bought my wife a couple of hats in there, and it's just always fun to go in there. And then the Island Gourmet, the grocery store that's sort of out in the parking lot on the north side of the mall. So those are open, and I know we're going to start to see more stores opening up, and it's a little bit of a process, but I really believe that, even my daughter and I went out last night, we just need to go out. So we had to go buy some parts for her project that she's working on. So it's like, let's go to Ace, or Ace was closed. It's like, well, let's go to CVS. And so it was just to get out of the house. I think a lot of people are feeling like they just want to get out and just walk around and explore. And the nice thing about the shops of Wailea, which I hadn't thought about, is it's pretty wide open. So you can feel like you can have space and walk around and get around. So I'd encourage you to, if you're here in Maui, go out for a ride, take a walk through the retail. The retailers all need it. I recognize several of them are national companies, but those national companies have local people working in it. And that's really, at the end of the day, these people that I talked to yesterday were so excited just to be back to work. And if we aren't supporting them, for those of us that are able to, they need that. They need to do business so that they can keep their employees working. So a little soapbox action there. But I saw that Shelby Rochester, she's an agent in the Panhandle of Florida, and we were doing the bingo game. So talk about that, where it's the South Maui Takeout Bingo, and I posted it in one of my networks. I've got agents all over the country, and it's pretty cool. I saw somebody else doing it, so I wish I could take credit for the idea, but I can't. But then I posted it to let my fellow realtors know what we were doing, and then a bunch of realtors picked it up, and so they're doing it in the Panhandle of Florida. Somebody else is doing it in Crested Butte, Colorado, and then South Florida. So it's sort of neat to see that a lot of real estate agents are out there trying to help their local communities by encouraging people to go to the restaurants and do takeout bingo. So if you haven't seen it, go to our page. Kenny, it's posted at the top of the lifestyle page.
You betcha.
And so there's a bingo card, and all you need to do is just support our local restaurants and get a bingo and submit that. And we're going to be doing some drawings, and every week we draw for 2 gift certificates from people who post on our Instagram page, which is lifestyle, on their Instagram page, and tag us at lifestyle_Maui, and also hashtag South Maui Takeout Bingo, the longest hashtag in the world. But anyway, so participate in that. I know we've had some of our guests. Who do we have on Sunday, Jordan?
We had Chris from Wing Kings, which was awesome. That's quickly become one of my favorite places in Maui. And it's a relatively new place, and he's just hustling, man. So I like supporting him whenever we can. And then one thing that Tom didn't mention, we keep trying to mention, if you're on the mainland, you still can participate in our South Maui Takeout Bingo. You can get gift cards for the restaurants, and we'll honor that as well. And again, it's just about supporting it. Every time I go to one of the places, they just ask them, hey, how you guys doing and stuff. And, a lot of them are like, well, it's slower than usual. So, the more business anyone can provide to them, the better. Because they've been holding it together, even when other people haven't so far, they've been out there working. So good to support them.
Sweet. Yeah. So I can't wait to get our island up and running again. And some people have been asking, about the quarantine and how long is it going to last? How long is it going to go for? And, the honest answer is we don't have a clue, right? The government has been saying, they're monitoring things every day. I see that there's some business leaders that are putting a little bit of pressure on. And then I think somebody announced, the governor may have announced that mid-range risk businesses, they're going to try to get open by just before the end of the month was what they're targeting. So we'll see how all that goes. And but we're just continuing to plug away. We're still showing real estate, and we're still getting calls on our listings. So it's interesting, and positive that the buyers are still out there. And if we can be any help with that, let us know. And Jordan, what else you thinking?
I don't know. I think, yeah, like you said, I think it'll just be interesting to see more things open up. I hope the haircut people open up soon because I'm tired of cutting my own hair. To be honest, Tom, you need a haircut. Kenny is just growing his out, so he's fine wherever he is in.
Thanks for the hair flip, Kenny.
Yeah.
How about you, Angela? You haven't chatted much. I'm sort of out of things to say today. I was up late last night. Well, I'll tell you why. I was up really late last night working on my college project with my daughter. So it's been so much fun having her home. We're doing a triplutonic solid, which, yeah, try to remember that. But it's this really cool project that she's got to do for a math class. And I jumped in and said, sure, we can do this. So we're having fun. Back to arts and crafts days with my.
So if she gets a bad grade on it, is it your fault?
Absolutely. But I already said if I don't get an A, it's a pass-fail class too, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it's like if I don't get an A on this project, it's been fun. So maybe next week we'll post a picture of what a triplutonic solid is. So
yeah, Angela, what's going on with you? You guys, since Tom said he's done talking and then he went into
right.
I'm
running out of things to say.
Oh, by the way,
let's talk about arts and crafts. Oh no, we're doing great over here. The kids are homeschooling, and we're gardening and trying to. We are being creative in our backyard right now, and in the house painting, and just getting things together. So we're enjoying it. We're doing well. It's completely different, but we're in our own way. We're thriving, so it's good.
Good. Well, I'm so glad you have a house to be in instead of your condo where you were at. So
yeah, we are too. Every day, I think we probably go, man, we're so thankful we are here right now during this time.
I miss your guys' place, man. That was the first time when we did our pizza Taste of Paradise little experiment. You guys have a great place.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen that, if you're watching right now and you haven't seen our homemade pizza contest, Taste of Paradise, Kenny, you should post a link to it.
Yeah, that may be a good reshare for anybody who is home wanting to learn some new skills. I don't know how great we are at teaching.
Yeah, homemade pizza, man. Yeah.
Well, and speaking of homemade stuff, Zoe and I, yesterday when I did my link, somebody from the mainland, a friend of mine, Matt from Vegas, said, "Oh, is Monkey Pot open? I want one of those Mai Tais." And it's like, no, they're not open yet, but I'll make you a Mai Tai. So then I thought, oh my gosh, I got to learn how to make Mai Tais from Monkey Pot style. So then I assigned that task to my daughter, and I said, okay, we need to learn how to make Mai Tais. So I think we're gonna do a Facebook Live on how to make the Monkey Pod Mai Tai.
I love that. Nice. That's actually one thing that's been really cool that I've been seeing a lot of. Some people know I am and Angela are both big Disney fans, and Disneyland and Disney World have been publishing how to make all of the traditional classic Disney snacks, like the churros and the Mickey pretzels and all that.
No way.
Recipes and tutorials how to make them at home while the parks are closed. And it's fun. I mean, I don't need to eat churros every single day, but I could.
I do.
Oh, yeah. No,
I do.
That's pretty nice.
All right.
That's awesome.
Well, cool, man. I hope everybody else is doing well, and we're working through it, and we will survive all of this.
Oh. It would be interesting to hear if people wanted to type in the comments just something what they've been doing during this quarantine season at home, whether it's cooking or painting or gardening. Just share with us because we'd like to know.
I'd love to see that. I agree with you, Ancient. So what those silver linings are, because I know I've heard a lot of different people that have experienced things, and the same thing with me being able to spend time with my almost 20-year-old daughter has been so much fun. So, yeah, we look forward to all of that. If anybody else has anything else to say, chime in. Otherwise, we're out of here.
I think we're good. Keep on carrying on, everybody.
Yeah. Take care, guys. Aloha.
Okay, Rose. Aloha.